Trump must not renege on giving Ukraine Tomahawks. They can destroy Putin's tyranny. Let us all hope that the US president who turns up in Budapest is the mercurial deal-maker rather than the bumptious orator. Follow this channel ECOchnneltv for more updates on international news. President Trump has once again been indecisive, or ambiguous at best, when it comes to trying to stop the killing in Ukraine by not committing US Tomahawk missiles to the fight. Or is this some monumental bluff to lead Vladimir Putin into a false sense of security ahead of their meeting in Budapest? The reaction of all the Russian bots and Putin's useful idiots in the West to the potential of Tomahawk cruise missiles being aimed at Russia shows how devastating these missiles could be, psychologically at least. They bring virtually every strategic Russian military site, including the Kremlin, into range, as well as the opportunity to completely destroy the Russian oil industry, which would bankrupt the economy and perhaps end Putin's reign as a Tsarist-like emperor. Whatever guff people read on social media from so-called Russian-facing military experts, the Russian military knows that most of the Tomahawks would reach their intended targets. Russian air defense in Iran could not lay a finger on them when they helped destroy the Ayatollah's nuclear program. Importantly, Trump has not ruled out the possibility of allowing Tomahawks to fly out of Ukraine in future, and we know that US intelligence is still flowing freely, allowing Ukraine to obliterate an increasing number of refineries in Russia. Much has been made of the symbolism on display at the Trump-Zelensky meeting on Friday, and most especially of the Russian flag tie, or, in my opinion, a tie containing the colors of the Russian flag, of Secretary of War Pete Hegseth. This could be seen as a nod to the Kremlin, or I hope a distraction to the Russians, with them all focusing on the tie rather than what Trump said, or more importantly, the messages he is sending, make peace now or else. Trump subsequently told both sides to make peace now and freeze the front lines as they are. But he also knows this is impossible for both warring leaders. Putin's minimalist aim is to subjugate Ukraine, and his maximalist one is to return to the borders of the Soviet Union. This is what he based his special military operation on. If he stops now, he knows his regime is finished. Putin wants all of Donetsk, according to U.S. envoy Steve Witkoff, and Zelensky cannot agree to that as it would open the road to Kyiv, which undoubtedly Putin would take. It is not just Ukraine at stake this time in Budapest. The German security services have just issued a 10-point briefing of what they believe are the current Russian objectives. Number 1 is to undermine NATO. The last time the US and Russia met in Budapest in 1994, they sealed Ukraine's fate of today by taking away their nuclear weapons and then, with the UK, reneged on guarantees of security. If this does not bite Trump's conscience, Keir Starmer must step up and be ready to lead Europe to oppose Russian expansion. I have been one of Trump's fiercest critics in the past, but I applaud him for the remarkable rabbit he pulled out of his jester's hat for peace in the Middle East. Let us all hope that the US president who turns up in Budapest is the mercurial deal-maker rather than the bumptious orator, and that he does not leave Hungary without agreeing to a just peace for Ukraine.